Hi, I'm Alex, and I've been in Regia for about 4 years now, and over that time I've really enjoyed it. I actually wanted to join Regia when I was about 13 and then onwards, but unfortunately you have to be 18 to join, so I waited till I was 18 and then I joined my original group. And since then I've been doing events with Regia, and this year I've been focusing on my individual portrayal of a high reeve, which is an administrative position in Anglo-Saxon England, usually the third or fourth most powerful man in the kingdom. I'm dressed down a bit at the moment. My other tunic is a lot fancier, but I do have my whole display here with all my items that I have for it. I will be building it as time goes on, but I've got primarily a setup for working with silver and cutting of coins and weighing, and a writing setup. So this is my scribal box, and this is my lock box for important documents, currency, etc. And so here I have a number of things. We have items used to make iron gall ink. So we have oak galls, gum arabic, and what we'd call iron sulfate. This one was found on the inside of caves on iron deposits. This was imported all the way from the Arabic world, and these are the deposits left by gall wasps when they gestate in trees. It's basically a tree tumour, and when you ferment the oak galls, you create a sort of brown liquid. Then you add the iron sulfate and the gum arabic, which acts as a thickener, and that creates the ink that you would use to write in period. And this ink affects the paper in a very different way to modern ink. Modern ink mostly sits on the surface or seeps in, but iron gall ink actually has an acidic effect on the paper or the vellum in the period, and it will bond to the material. It will actually effectively scar the material permanently with the writing. I don't have my writing slope yet, because that's still yet to arrive, but I do have a small writing wax tablet here, and this would be used by a number of different people to basically take notes. It's effectively a small notebook, and they could write anything in here that they wanted to, and then use the other end of the stylus to scrape and recover what they've written. Alternatively, if it's sensitive and they have to get rid of it quickly, they can just throw it on a fire. Then I have some sealing items. This is a mammoth ivory seal based on the seal of Wulfric, which is being moved to the British Museum. It's an early 11th century seal. The difference is this has my authentic name Cheddar on it, because it wouldn't make sense unless my authentic name was Wulfric to have the Wulfric seal. And just yesterday I completed a finished wax medallion with the seal. You won't be able to see it too well, but the imprint of the seal was left on it. And then I have an inkwell. This is the same as period depictions of the time. Most of the stands were actually in writing slopes themselves, but this particular one I have chosen to use the same horn I used to make it to create a small stand. Then I have this is a pumice stone, which is used to smooth the surface of vellum before writing. And then I have a number of different scribal pieces, a pair of scissors, and also a scribal pen knife used to, as the name suggests, create pens, and a ruler and punch gauge. This is the pricker of the punch, and what you do is, when you have a piece of vellum, you would line that up on it, and then you would punch all along it on both sides, and then you would use the ruler to use the hard point, which is this item here, and score in the vellum. That then creates effectively lined paper, but because it's just scored in, the lines disappear over time, which is why you won't see them on manuscripts today. And then I have a mortar and pestle. This one is granite, but you also see them made of wood, pottery, other natural stones, and so on. Then in here I have a piece of tin. As you can see, it's quite white. It's a little bit more solid than modern paper. And I have 2 tallow lamps. These tallow lamps are used for lighting the wax sealing candles before I do sealing. Vellum is made from calf skin, which is then heavily processed to create the fine finish. So we have a number of items for coinage and weighing. We have a pair of scales based on the ones from Thetford, a set of weights based on the ones from Lincolnshire, and then I have a pair of tin snips. I cannot particularly remember which find they're from, but they actually work really well for cutting coins. And then I have a hammer and punch, again for cutting coins. The Goxdad chopping board is there pretty much just to protect the table, so I don't punch through the actual surface of the table when I'm using the punch itself.